The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
Hey, Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your dick's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. Oh boy. All right. What is going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. And this is episode number 590 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight we have Mr. Jason Nyes.
Fuck Chris Jericho.
Jose.
Did not see John Turturro's underwear. Did not walk out of the theater.
There you go. And Kelly Harris. What's up, Kelly?
Just real poopy mouth.
Speaking of, our good buddy Mahoney is not here tonight because he was a big old doo-doo head and saw none of the things we're talking about tonight.
Yeah.
That's not true. Not a really doo-doo head. It's okay.
Instead
He's
of
just been
watching...
busy watching Powers.
Yeah, instead of watching 8
So much
hours
Powers.
of Batman and wrestling, he watched 8 hours of Stars.
But he missed all the good stars.
Movie stars, wrestling stars, just regular stars.
Remember there was that month where Lee and I were recommending a show for Mahoney to watch on Stars, and it turned out he couldn't even watch it.
Yeah.
The lone Stars entertainment that any of us have seen.
And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not on the app. Wow, how deep into the Stars catalog do you think Mahoney has to go before he's like, Heels, huh?
That's right, he could watch Heels.
He could watch Heels, yeah.
He should watch Heels.
Yeah, I should watch that.
He should watch
I bet it's all right.
Stephen Amell get jerked off into a sink.
Oh my god.
Oh, all right.
Lee said heels, but I thought nails, that show on, what is it, TNT? With the
I
black
don't
chick
even know
from
what that
Reno
is.
911.
Oh, yeah.
Always playing commercials during AEW.
Yeah.
There are so many fucking shows, man. Like, I forget what it was, but something popped up on, like, Hulu the other day. It was like, hey, we got new episodes of this. And I'm like, what the fuck is it? Holy shit, this show's in its 5th season? I've never even heard of it. Like, what the fuck even is this?
5th season, 30 episodes a season.
Yeah.
What the
Like,
fuck
I've
is
never even
Burn
heard of this
Rose?
fucking thing.
Yeah, there's so much shit now that's like just goes up on Netflix that I've never heard of and will never ever see. But it's like, remember the old days when it'd be like, please watch Marco Polo. Oh my god, please watch Marco Polo.
It's nuts. And like, I know there's just a wealth of like really good shit that I'm just never gonna see. You just can't. Like, you can't do it all. There's no way.
I still need to watch Breaking Bad.
Unless
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to sit yourself down and be like, okay, I'm watching a show today.
Yep.
Yeah, we put that Pam and Tommy on the list.
Nice.
I have not seen Pam and Tommy, but I did watch Fresh last night. starring the
Fresh.
Sebastian Stan.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit! It is.
Wait, isn't he
very
and
good.
Pam and Tommy too?
Yes.
Yeah, he is Tommy.
That dude
Damn.
is working hard.
He's
He
busy.
plays Tommy the Green Ranger playing.
Tommy Lee Jones
Tommy
playing Tommy Lee from Motley Crue.
Yeah, it's wild.
So I
His
figured when you said
performance-
Fresh, I thought that was the Fresh Prince of Bel Air reboot.
I think that's just
No,
called
that's Bel Air.
That's Bel Air? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But
just
if
Bel
you
Air.
if you watch an episode of Fresh and then an episode of Bel Air, it all makes sense.
Okay.
It all kind of comes together. No, it's fucking wild, man. It's movie. Watched a couple movies the past few days after I feel like I hadn't watched movies in forever. But Fresh is fucking fantastic. Like, it's one of those you really can't talk much about it without giving it all away, but it is tremendous. Like, highly recommend it. That and No Exit, both are on Hulu. They're both really, really solid.
All right, so you can't tell us anything about Fresh besides that Sebastian Stan is in it. So I'm gonna take a stab in the dark, and he plays a movie critic who then solves the murder of a Rotten Tomatoes reviewer.
Ooh, I
How
like
the
it.
fuck did you know that? Did you watch it too? How fucking funny would that be if not only that ridiculous premise was the premise of the movie, but that I was like, it's so good.
Man, that sounds like a Mad TV sketch.
Oh, 100% it does. Fucking ridiculous. Oh, man. But no, it's really fucking good. I would highly recommend checking those out. Yeah, and so, without further, fuckery around, we're just going to talk about some wrestling real quick. Because, holy shit, there was some great wrestling this week. And these fucking guys were there.
Yeah.
They were at all the wrestlings over the weekend, man.
Saw that shit lives.
Was a little
Lucky.
bit jealous.
Well, they
Just a
had
touch jelly.
so everything they had going on this weekend for Revolution for AEW was at the arena on the UCF campus. So we did Rampage Friday night. Then Saturday they did like a fan fest in the same space. Like they, I guess it was general admission. You could do meet and greets, and then they were doing like Comic-Con panels in the ring.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. But we skipped that, and then we had tickets to Revolution on Sunday night, and it was a shitload of wrestling, you guys.
Holy shit. We're used to like the WWE days where it's 4 hours of wrestling, but it's really only like 2 hour and 40 minutes of wrestling. A lot
Maybe-
of promos.
Maybe an hour and a
lot
half of
bullshit.
actual wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, but this was 4 hours of wrestling with 3 hours, 33 minutes of wrestling.
Yeah.
Like the only downtime was to clean shit up for the next match.
Yeah,
and then it
they
was on.
changed the mat during Revolution 4 times.
Yeah.
And
And
then,
after like the first bloody match, you thought, okay, cool, that's it, that's done. And then the next one, it was like,
Yep.
yeah.
all that work.
And then,
And another one. And another one.
yeah, they got towards the end, and they ran out of mats, so they just had to spot clean the tanner off of it before the main event.
It was pretty wild.
But
But
man.
they had the shit down. Like there was a garbage bag under the mat. So they rolled it right. So then it's just like,
Oh,
grab it
nice.
and go. Garbage bag is fucking
Just like a Christmas tree.
done.
But yeah, we had pretty cool seats for Rampage. We were maybe 4 or 5 rows from the actual floor, and then right on the railing where there was like a little tunnel. And I was expecting, if Moxley was going to be there, I was expecting Moxley to come out, but he didn't show up at Rampage. But the Kings of the Black Throne did powder right past us, which was cool. Those guys are handsome in their suits and such. Buddy Murphy's going to have to get a whole shitload of tattoos, though.
Yeah.
Wait, no, wait.
He doesn't
Buddy
really
Matthews.
fit yet.
Buddy Matthews, sorry. I called him by his WWE name.
I do that all the time with him too.
In the lead up, Mary is in the room when I watch Dynamite, but she isn't really paying attention most of the time unless something real crazy happens. And, Jose's Jose. Who's champs,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling them both
Brock
leading
Lesnar
up
still
to
champs?
leading up to the show, I'm telling them both, like, you don't know what's going on, but they'll recap all of it for you. They did not. Like,
No, they certainly did not.
they did not
Yeah, not
do the
really.
little video package before every match.
Because they didn't have time.
So it started Friday night at Rampage where Jose would ask a question or say something, so part of it's a bit, part of it's legit. And we had some wrestle-splainers in front of us.
Some real. Oh, you really want to know how it works?
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it.
Well, it's
dude.
like Danhausen comes out, and both Mary and Jose are like, who the fuck is this guy? What is going on? And then the Dark Order comes out, and they bring -1, Brody Lee's son, out, and Mary and Jose were both shocked. They were like, is that a small man or is that a child?
I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. Is that like a dude? Is that a kid? Does that kid wrestle? Am I like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, I didn't want to tell you.
Like, they haven't, to be fair, they haven't even remotely on television explained a Danhausen.
Right.
Just like,
No, he just shows
up.
up.
Kind of said his name. Like, okay. Like, all right.
Yeah,
Sure,
I have a pretty
had a match.
passing familiarity with Danhausen, and I still don't know how to explain him to my wife, I explained it to them as he's a meme.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a meme wrestler.
Yeah. And Tony Khan was like, yeah, give me that meme wrestler.
Yeah. Give me a cut of his shirt sales.
Yeah. So Jose is like, who's this fucking kid? And then
Who's this fucking T-Rex running
The people
around?
in front of us turn around and, oh, that's Brody Lee's son, -1. And then after like 3 or 4 of those, Jose's like, all right, I'll keep my questions to myself.
Yeah. I'll ask them in the car on the ride back. Because, like, I appreciate it. But at the same time, if you constantly have to turn around to talk to me, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, also, we're having a conversation. Just because you can hear it doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, you're not in it just because you're in the vicinity.
Right.
Like, I'm talking to these guys. Like,
Yeah, you didn't stand up, wave your arms around, and go, "Can someone tell me who this boy is?"
yeah.
Who is this young child?
What?
Dear boy, who are you?
Do you have adults?
Is it Christmas?
Christmas
Do they know
goose.
you're here in the ring?
What's kind of cool, though, is they're already at this point building to the future with Brody Lee Jr. Like, they're more than once they've mentioned on TV, like, he's going to grow up and he's going to be a wrestler.
No,
Yeah,
he's
he's
not.
signed. He's signed.
He's signed. He has a contract. That's right.
That doesn't mean, like, when he's old enough to make his own decision, he's like, dude, I don't want to do this.
Bro,
Oh,
if you
he's
got to
gonna.
hang out with Ty Conti
Like Conti and Anna Jay
and Anna
Yeah.
all
Jay.
your formative
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
his
change my
best
mind.
friends.
He's like, nah, we wrestling.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
what
Like,
wrestling's
this
about.
is
I'm down.
this is my
Yeah.
fucking life. And also, my dad died, so I'm like a made man for forever.
Yeah.
So, no, I think I'll go work in a cubicle.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Me and Danhausen, we going drinking.
Mary
Like, if
calls
that kid-
him Daniel Hausen.
Well, Nye sent me a video and I watched it, and like I wasn't understanding what he was doing, but now that I know he comes out and whoever he points at
He
is
curses him.
cursed and they get hit next, things make sense when all I know is like this weird dude with T-Rex arms came out here and pointed and then fucking sleeped off.
Yeah, what is this creep's deal?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
So
And the crowd went nuts. Like, he got a pop. The crowd was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's one
that
of those
guy.
things that I just accept. I'll never understand or be into, and I guess it's all right.
and, a little bit of something for everybody. If
Exactly.
if Danhausen sells a ticket or a T-shirt, then it was all worth it.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh man. So when we
But
pulled
by
up,
the time the pay-per-view was over, I was exhausted. I can imagine what you guys must have
oh
been
hell
feeling.
yeah!
Oh,
like
God.
we discussed it
God.
as we were leaving, and like each one of us had a point where we almost passed out.
Yeah. It was like, God, like it's nothing. It had nothing to do with the show. It's just like, fuck me.
It was 5 hours. We got there at 7:30, and we missed 3 matches,
Yeah.
and then the show ended at 12.
And just
Yeah.
because of the kind of show that it was and the kind of match that there were, like, it was very like emotionally draining. Like, I
Sure.
was fucking worn
yeah.
out when it was over. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I felt bad for what was it? Was it think it was a TBS championship that followed the dog collar match. I'm like,
right.
They're doing fine. Nothing wrong with this match, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
wore out.
Yeah.
You know,
They
I
were
am
fine
wore out.
matches, but compared to everything else. Kelly, why did you leave the women's matches off your reviews?
Because I didn't give them 4 stars or higher.
Oh, okay. You don't put it if it's 4 stars or higher.
Yeah, no, it's only 4 stars or higher is my doc.
Oh,
And those
nice.
those were about, I don't know.
He's like, man, you gotta be this tall to ride
Well,
this
it's-
fucking Kelly.
They were
ride.
they were fine. They were like 3 stars.
But
the thing
compared to what was
is-
going on,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
they
I
were
had
kind of-
7 matches at 4 stars or higher.
right. And there was 12 matches total, so it was. I noticed that the women's matches weren't on there. I assumed you
Happy International Women's Day. No broads allowed.
What do you think of the match with Sam Kinison?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah. Nyla Rose starts coming out, and I turn to Jose and I just go, "Don't."
And I'm like, what? Oh my, yeah, but here's the thing: is
Oh, what did
You
they shoot
got
darts or
lucky.
something?
you got
Yeah.
lucky because that lady in front of us already dropping the like she's going to explain everything. I
Right.
do not want to hear her explanation.
Well, I mean, and you don't want to be talking about a trans woman with somebody in earshot that it's already going to butt into our conversation. You might have offended
Yeah.
That's what
someone.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, no,
You
I'm
said
good.
I
I'm
got
good.
lucky. Yeah, they did a whole dark taping before Rampage, so it was like
Okay.
we weren't in a rush to get there because we knew the live show started at 10 on Friday. We pulled into the parking lot for Rampage, and I had some of my edible medicine with me, and we couldn't bring it in with us, so we had to put it in our mouths. And maybe about 45 minutes into sitting in the seats, like I was flying high, baby.
He took the first picture he took. He was like, "Oh wow."
I look so high.
He's like, how many edibles in that thing? Let me get them.
I took one picture
God.
Sunday night where I'm taking the picture, I'm posing with my face, and then I noticed that my arm's creating a shadow. So then I move it to get the shadow out of the way, but then I forget to do anything with my face. I can only do one thing at once.
How do my hands work?
Good medicine.
It was easy breezy getting in there Friday night, and it wasn't a packed house by any means. So it was kind of a rude awakening when we got there Sunday night, and there was
Yeah.
lines around the building, every
The first
concession
parking garage
stand,
was
yeah,
fucking
fucking packed,
full.
and really good crowd, man. Like the Let's Go Adam chants during the main event, like the variations of chanting for Adam, since they were both called Adam, that got a little tiresome. But by then we
Sure
were
did.
4.5 hours
Every
into
new
it.
one, somebody was like, "I'm so funny."
Yeah, there were a
Yep.
lot of marks real happy with themselves for starting chants.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this feels like old NXT right here.
Well, I mean, it's Orlando, you know. I
Those
definitely
fucking
saw
crowds
some.
I hated.
I saw some fucking Usual Suspects. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Yep. Green smiley dickhead front and center.
Yep.
Fucking Brock
Brock
guy
Lesnar
was
fan.
there. Yep.
hmm Go back to WWE, both of you.
That's what a fucking dork, man. Like
Yeah.
it's like people. Is it a new thing? Maybe it's not, but I feel like it's a new thing with just fucking dorks not knowing they're fucking dorks.
Yeah, it's
It's like
if you
come
want to
on.
be noticed, if you want to be seen on TV, why would you choose to look like Green Smiley Dickhead? Why is that something people want to see on their televisions?
Well, I think what happened was he just wore his stupid fucking green smiley shirt, and then everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh, look at fucking green smiley guy," and he's like, "Oh my god, am I special?
This is my brand
thank you
now.
now.
Yeah.
Oh god,
I'm a thing.
I got. Oh my god, they saw me. I'm never washing this shirt again." Same thing with Brock Lesnar, dickhead. Like no one likes that fucking shirt. That shirt
No.
is horrible.
Well,
Well,
ever
happens
since
to
he
wear
was
it,
they
he ended up on the Tron.
yeah, ever since then he's just like, well, this is who I am forever now.
And that shirt was out of style in 2010 or 2012 or whatever when he got famous for it, and he's riding it out in 2022.
Do we? Does he have multiples of this shirt or just the one?
I feel like both of them. Once they found their gimmick, they went and bought multiple versions of the shirt.
They're like
So
Stanley
fucking
Kubrick,
lame.
Yeah.
who they just have one outfit.
They're like Jack Slater.
Yeah,
Or, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
yeah.
One of those for sure. What a bunch of fucking dorks. Man.
So many good matches. Like,
Yeah,
we got to
Super
talk.
stoked to
many
see Eddie
good.
win. Eddie won finally. I
Yes.
was super stoked for that.
So I told Mary and Jose, and I was like, okay, so lines are too long right now. I'm going to want to get a drink at some point because I got cotton mouth. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait until Chris Jericho's entrance, and I'm going to powder out so I don't have to do sing-along with all these fucking marks. And hopefully they'll all be out of line and they want to sing along with Chris Jericho. Little did I know he was going to be the first one jerking the fucking curtain. It was so nice to see him lose. Fuck Chris Jericho. I said it
was
to
really.
his face.
It was a good match too.
I said it to his face from the upper bowl and gave him 2 middle fingers at one point.
Yeah,
And I think that might be why he lost.
Yeah,
I might have been. You really threw him off his
He was
game.
in the match.
Yeah.
You fucking Danhausened him.
I mean
Did.
TK probably heard you in the back. He just like, all right, roll back the finish. Eddie wins.
I mean, the rest of the crowd was turning on him too. You hate
Yeah.
to see it.
You can't not cheer Eddie.
Right.
No, it's impossible. Like, it's impossible.
He was like,
It's like,
"What?
when-
I won? Me?"
Well, they were they tried to, and I know he likes being the heel, but it's like, man, he's just so fucking likable.
Yeah.
You want to
Oh,
get
was it
fucking
that-
nuts?
That this week on Rampage where he's like cuts the promo, he's like, all right, Tony, let's go eat some of that peanut butter cup pie and the
Yeah.
catering. And I was like,
Oh,
fuck yeah, I want to
Yeah,
go.
I fucking woo.
He did.
That chuckled the audience around us.
But he was also like, yeah, I know kayfabe is dead, but no need to piss on its grave.
Oh my god! I tell
that
you what,
match was great. The ladder match was awesome. Like they did a bunch
Yeah.
of cool shit in that match I've never seen before.
yeah, all
I
the
want to
the
see more
orange
beefy
spots.
boys in ladder matches.
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot of beef slapper. Like I
Hell
wish
yeah.
I had made a sign with the 100% beef slapper logo and put available at shop.panelsonpages.com because people
Fuck
were
yeah.
chanting for beef in that match.
Yeah, the
Hell
beef
yeah.
got a big pop. All the Orange Cassidy spots, I fucking really dug that.
Yeah.
Good on him. That
He
fucking
got
where he
thrown
tried to
so far up the ramp at
run
one point.
up everybody and grab the shit. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mentioned on the way home, it was like, it seemed like everybody kind of got out without any injuries. And I guess the only real injury is Orange went in for an MRI because he did fall pretty badly on that launch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm still amazed that Ricky Starks didn't snap his neck.
It
when he
looked
landed on
so dirty
it looked so bad.
because his
and
ass,
especially because he's had neck problems too.
and his ass fell through the
Oof.
rungs.
Yeah.
So he was just folded
Oof.
up. Love the Wardlow
it-
shit. Love the way he turned on
Yes.
MJF. He's so
Yeah.
beautiful. He's such a beautiful,
good.
handsome man.
Yeah. That dog collar match is incredible. I went 5 stars on it. I loved it. Like
No,
it
it was very, very good.
I'm gonna have to.
I was
watch
pretty
it.
much 5 stars from the Punk's entrance. Like immediately I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I know
Oh, the
this.
fucking but the swerve with MGF, that
was great.
fucking beautiful.
And then Punk coming out to his old Ring of Honor music.
Fuck
You're in the
yeah.
AFI, his old gear. Like that was so cool.
All these
And then,
marks are like.
I'm pretty
I don't understand why is everybody popping for this music? I've never heard it before.
And then getting mad at AEW, like, oh, trying to make me feel dumb. It's like, fuck off.
Oh my god. And I'm pretty sure Punk got busted open the hard way with that fucking chain, man. Like he got it bad. Like
Yeah, well, that was just busting open his cut from Friday again.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
Because you could see he probably just had like 1, maybe 2 stitches keeping it closed, so you could bust it back open.
Exactly.
But we were watching. I was at Goat's house. It was him and his lady wife were there, and he came up and just pouring buckets. She was like, "Oh my god, like, is that real?" I go, "Yeah, that's real." And he got hit on that one. And then a little bit later on, MGF does a little blade job, and I go, "Yeah, see the difference? See the difference?"
Yeah.
He was under there for a while.
Yeah, he
too.
put his whole head and upper body underneath the ring apron to do that. And I'm in the upper bowl, and I'm like, "Oh, MJF's blading."
Yep.
Comes out ragu.
And then he fucking went back in.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that match because I'm sure, being as far away as we were, we missed a lot of little things, little comments.
Talking
Yeah,
back and forth.
it's great. It's gonna be one of my top 10 of the year for sure.
I tell you, that triple threat tag team match was probably my
also
favorite
good.
match of the night.
That was really good too.
Dude, fucking some of those. That match was beautiful because every tag team had their own set of tag team cohesion moves. That everything was just smooth and beautiful. I love, when you can't just throw people together and they beat people up together, and that's a tag team. I like tag teams that constantly are doing moves as a duo.
Mm-hmm.
Holding the guy up, fucking, the double moves, the double kicks, the young guns, those guys.
The young guns. Man, Jose mentioned it. Jungle Boy has definitely filled out a little bit, and they are booking him like John Cena lately. He is bulletproof.
Yeah.
He might not be He might not be in a tag team for very much longer.
Yeah, he's one of the pillars.
Yeah.
The next
even
gen.
Homeboy moves too. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Luchasaurus blocked me on Twitter. That we didn't talk about the TNT triple threat on Rampage. That was awesome.
Shit, that was nuts.
That
that
spot
was so good.
That spot in the turnbuckle with Andrade on the bottom, and then he carried both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's stupid.
Yeah.
And then,
AEW had a hell of a week.
Yeah.
First Dynamite announcing they bought Ring of Honor, and then doing the great Bryan Danielson versus Christopher Daniels match, then Rampage having that great triple threat, and then the pay-per-view.
And they're bringing in our boy Strickland too, which is very exciting.
Yeah,
looks like $1 million.
Yeah, he does. I can't wait. He's so fucking
house?
good.
I'm so glad he's dropped those other geeks from NXT that he was with. I was so worried he was going to be tied to them. And,
No.
Thank God.
Hit Row, that's what they were called.
Yeah, those geeks.
It's so funny, man.
Oh,
It's
they're
so...
the ones that fucked it up with him and Vince, right? They're the reasons why yeah, after that, you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to go over here alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. I also loved the Mox and Danielson match. That was fucking awesome
too.
Dude, it looked like Mox just pounded a handful of Advil before he came out. The way he was just leaking.
Hopefully he's not drinking again. That thins your blood too.
Yeah, I don't think he
looked
is.
in good shape.
Yeah, he looks great.
But dude, they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, they did.
Like, it was gnarly. Like, because you can always tell when they're connecting, and boy, they connected a lot. Like they beat the piss out of each other. It was great. It was a damn good match.
And then you got William Regal coming out to be their dad.
That was fucking great. He got a huge.
You boys shake hands now.
Yeah.
Slapped them both.
I loved it. He looked at Mox and was like, hang on, let me get in this color. Like headbutts.
Yeah.
Look, I'm Rudolph.
Like, I want them to be a faction. I want them to bring in Daniel Garcia and Lee Moriarty and just have the crazy shooter boys.
Hell yes.
It was kind of like Boondock Saints when they find out that the fucking crazy man is their dad. They all start working together.
I watching that 6-man. No, not the 6-man. Yes, the 6-man. The
Yeah,
Black
the tornado
Throne.
tag match.
Yeah, or the
Holy
The match
shit.
when it started, where I was like, you can just cut this. You don't need this.
right.
And then it fucking rocked.
I think those two groups could join and run shit. But you got to get rid of Alex Abrahantes as the spooky wizard.
Yeah, that's gotta go.
Yeah.
That shit's just weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about the one with Darby and Sting in them, but yeah,
Yes.
the other
That one
6-man was
too.
Very good
Yes,
too.
Yeah.
that one too. Fucking Sting. We were right above where the Sting spot happened.
Okay.
So, like, he jumped and he just disappeared.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was so worried.
As they were making their way up the thing, and the tables are already set up at this point. So, like, fucking Chekhov's table, somebody's going through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as they're fighting their way up the crowd or whatever, it was Sting and Matt Hardy going at it. And I'm just like, oh god, who's gonna go through those tables? Oh Jesus, it should be neither of these two old men. And sure as shit, 62-year-old Sting fucking went down like a champion.
Definitely
62.
thought it was going to be Matt Hardy. Is he 62?
Yeah.
Sting
62.
is 62.
He's out there doing this at 62?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like,
Fucking
looks
hats
pretty
off,
good.
dude.
Oh yeah,
He
he
looks
looks
good.
great.
and
I
not
thought,
like,
like,
for 62. He looks good. Period.
Holy
Like,
shit.
yeah, fucking
Yeah.
62
Sting
years old.
rules and has always ruled, and I don't want to hear any differently.
Except for when he was in WWE for a cup of coffee and they ruined it.
No, well, here's the thing. The Seth Rollins match was awesome until he broke his back
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck happened. But up until that point, that match was great. The match with Triple H was fucking whatever. Your mileage will vary. It was an overbooked mess, but like it had some fun spots. But like that was it. That's all he did there. But like, so his WWE run was fine for what it was.
Man,
And
I
then,
love
yeah.
Andrade so much. He's so good.
Dude, he's fucking huge.
He
now.
is.
He's so big. Yeah, Goat doesn't watch a ton, and I was explaining to him the Rampage match, that they had, that triple threat was, and how good it was, and so the music hits. I'm like, oh, yeah, here they come, whatever. And he's got the little Velcro gimmick with his suit, and he pops that top off, and the Goat just goes, God damn! It's like, yeah, he's fucking insanely huge and strong.
Yeah.
Compact, though.
Yeah, coming out looking like fucking Black Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start some shit.
So good. And the main
And
event.
the main event was great.
Yeah, I mean, it had a lot to live up to. By that time, everybody's like, all right, let's finish this. But really good. I don't understand people booing Hangman because fuck it. Beat his ass, time to the ropes. But he apologized afterward. I don't know if that was on TV or anything.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I heard some of you booing me, and I apologize. I hope you could forgive me.
Yeah, he was like, I had to go to a
Aw.
dark place to get this win,
Yeah.
but I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this belt. It's been the fucking hardest thing I've ever done. So, apologize. Hopefully I can make it up to some of you
Yeah.
guys.
He
But I
says
had to go to
Aw.
a dark place.
The
He's such
A-
a sweet boy.
the AEW championship means the most to him in his life. And I'm like, dude, aren't you a father? Don't you have a baby?
He's like, yeah, but them are kids.
Fuck that baby. The
That baby's gonna be fine.
Master Chief armor looked terrible from where we were.
Yeah, it looked
Did
terrible
not
on TV
translate.
too.
Did not translate.
Yeah, it didn't work. Nah, that shit was lame. That didn't work out at
Way
all.
to make one of the coolest dudes in wrestling look like a real dork.
Yeah, that shit was not okay.
And
I mean-
nobody
That was not
really
very good.
could tell what the fuck it was either. From the
It was
scene.
just context clues because we knew Adam Cole is a gamer. And it was just a matter of time before we figured it out. It did not fit him.
No.
And I think like a lack of pants didn't help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they have like that big bulky vest with all the armor and shit like that. Like, and here's my little underwears that,
my
I'm,
little
that I'm
leg.
wearing with them.
Mm.
I think we lost Kelly.
Oh no! Kelly has to lead the wrestling talk.
Yeah. Yeah, it was easily the best pay-per-view I've seen in
Stacked with names.
years. It was great.
Yeah, we had to take a moment at one point. I think it was when we were talking about Sting was going to be there, and then you just kind of think about, because I don't believe I've ever been to a show live where Punk was there. You know, that's kind of in my dark ages where I wasn't really going to shows, so it was first time being at a show with Punk. You know, Danielson, Moxley, Sting, fucking, you know, all their homegrown talent.
Yeah, it was kind of nothing but heavy hitters.
Embarrassment of riches.
And McMahon,
Like I said, there was nothing, you know, even like the Ty Conti Jade match was fine too. It was good. But it was so much else around it that you're like, oh God, I kind of forgot everything about it. And that's nothing on either one of them, because I think they've both gotten a lot better the past year.
Going back to the ladder match, and just the reaction that Keith Lee gets, and you look at that and you're like, Vince McMahon thought that this guy was dead weight. Vince McMahon couldn't figure out something to do with Keith Lee. Did you hear any of the bits from the Jericho podcast he did?
No.
So, you know, Keith Lee, his character, his promos, he has very flowery language, and he's very
big vocabulary.
Yeah, good
all
vocabulary.
That stuff,
He sounds very learned, and Vince McMahon does not appreciate that at all.
Oh my God.
Told Keith Lee, you sound too smart for your own good. And I guess wanted him to just grunt and growl.
Oh my God.
You're a big mean dude. You got to be mad all the time. Keith Lee's like, I don't need to be mad.
Yeah, I got a good thing going.
Yeah. I'm great.
I'm chill, bro.
Bask in his glory.
Nah. That's stupid.
And then you look at, you know, William Regal coming out to a huge pop, just released. All these people. Swerve, huge star. Hasn't wrestled a match in AEW yet, and booked to look like a huge deal. It's not that difficult.
Because that guy is amazing.
Yeah.
That guy is so good. And just fucking whatever.
One of these
What
days.
are you doing with Ricochet?
Yeah, I was just going to say, one of these days, Ricochet is going to have the hero's welcome in AEW when he gets out of there.
I read the other day that I guess he's like the number 2 guy now on SmackDown after being just jobbing his ass off.
Yeah, he won the Intercontinental title, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, like, how many years have you had him? And he's a physical specimen with only so many matches in his life that he'll be able to have. And he's just wallowing away in the WWE in the prime of his career.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out which one of many hundreds of people you could be talking about.
Oh, you know who we're talking about.
I don't. I missed. I came in on.
He wasn't here.
Well, what did you catch?
All I know was you were starting to go into your thoughts on Adam versus Adam,
right.
And then the internet decided you had your takes were too hot and it shut it down.
Well, we were talking about how all of these recent release WWE people who have debuted in AEW just look like huge fucking stars, and I was talking about how one WWE wrestler will get that hero's welcome one day in AEW when he gets loose from them, and how, you know, the past 3 or so years,
jobbing for a year.
Yeah, the past 3 or so years, he's a physical specimen, and he's wasting these prime years of his life in WWE.
Oh, are you talking about the new Intercontinental Champion Ricochet?
That is correct.
That's the one. That's the one. Yep. Some of the most amazing shit I've ever seen, like, in person in my life. And they're like, nah, give him cute sound effects and we'll just make him lose a bunch. Like, okay.
One of my favorite matches from that Orlando WrestleMania weekend was Keith Lee Ricochet. That
Oh,
was
so-
that Evolve?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking incredible. Yeah, what a weekend for those guys. Fucking hats off to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Everyone was
Revolution
happy.
might be an all-time great pay-per-view.
Everybody
I think
left
so.
happy.
It was incredible.
Yeah, just on paper. Jose, you there?
Can you not hear me?
No, we can hear you. You were just
Okay.
kind of in the background.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you hear everybody else?
Yeah, Lee.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
Mahoney.
We gotta trick Mahoney and sit him down and make him watch Revolution.
I mean,
What if they put it on Stars? Does
I
he
think
have to watch
he just
it then?
doesn't like the concept of wrestling. It's not that he's seen bad wrestling in his life. He just doesn't like the art form.
Yeah. And that's normal. I think it's expected from like a lot of people, but just the crossover with comic books is so obvious.
Yeah, that's the
It's
thing.
like-
With all the
it's so
other things
weird.
he likes, or I'm like, why I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah, you like so many other things that are not, dissimilar. It's very odd.
And at this
What are you
point,
gonna
it's
do?
a bit, too,
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
He can't just all of a sudden like wrestling.
Oh my god. Can you imagine like the crisis of faith he would have as a person if we didn't make him watch Revolution? He was like, "Fuck, this is okay." Oh god, what am I gonna do?
One of my favorite Mahoney wrestling stories is after the first time me and Jose stayed at the Mahoney's house for PAX, he messaged us like days later and he was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And he had recorded episodes of Saturday Morning Slam on his DVR. He's like, "Who fucking recorded wrestling in my home?" Wasn't us, man. Wasn't us.
So good.
We were watching Strong Crackhead Hair.
Oh my god.
All right, what we got to do is we got to sit down Will and show him Revolution.
Oh my god. I don't know. There's a lot of blood.
That's true.
We can show him the Mahoney cut.
Yeah.
The black and white.
Yeah, right.
MDF goes under the mat and never comes back out.
No, we need to show Will -1 and be like, dude, you could do this.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
that could be you.
Look at who he's hanging out with.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I see Ty Conti post about -1 on Instagram, I just think, oh, this kid is discovering himself sexually. It's a wild thing to imagine.
It's like, look, your dad died.
Yeah, imagine
And like,
going
it's,
through
it's
puberty
the worst thing.
and
Yeah.
being friends with Ty Conti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being friends with two of the most beautiful people on the entire planet.
I bet even -1 at this point is like, all right, Ty, you got to chill with the Sammy posts on Instagram. Nobody wants to see that. They just want to see
I'd wa-
your butt,
I'd
and
watch them fuck.
we just want to see your butt, and you promote Bang Energy.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
It was a really good time, and we made it. We did it. We survived.
Looking back, Lee and I probably should have come down and gone to the show with you guys.
Dudes, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
because they did kind of make a weekend of it, I think we're gonna need to kind of aim for one of these next big AEW events.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Good
doing
Friday.
Double or Nothing in Vegas again.
Yep.
Oh, you don't gotta threaten me with Vegas.
I was thinking about that too, and I'm like, I'm not sure how my other shit might not be done by then, but if it is, I don't know, might be worth going.
When is it?
Memorial Day, so tickets will probably
Yeah.
go on sale. So we might need to table this one, but I
would
like,
say just to be safe.
I like where everybody's head's at. I think this is the new WrestleMania weekend move.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Oh, I'm good. Just chilling.
Her bed, Zoe's bed, is out in the hallway because I was moving shit around in here, and she can't get comfortable because she wants to be in here with
Aw.
me.
Poor baby.
Let me go do that. I can see her bed right now. Let me go grab it and bring it in here, and then we
Okay.
can talk about the other thing that we survived through, and it was the
We gotta
Batman.
talk about the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I am 30 hours into Elden Ring. This is all I do when I'm not at work. I beat Godric the Grafted yesterday. I'm very excited about that. He was somehow one of the easier bosses I've fought so far, even though he was like one of the 5 main bad guys, which was
He
weird.
was talking shit last week.
He was
much
talking
on you.
shit.
Yeah.
He killed me once, and he was like, not even fit to be grafted. And I was like, you fuck. You want my legs or something. I'm so fucking
dare you
sick
to
of
take
those
my leg.
fucking asshole birds with their stupid sword legs. So glad I'm done with them. 'Cause
Birds aren't even
fucking
real.
those assholes killed me so many goddamn times. Because there's an area where there's just 3 of them, and one would go, and they'd all have like barrels full of like gasoline to throw at you that it would explode. So you got to dodge those and then fucking slash them out of the air while they're yeah.
It's wild. It sounds like he's describing the current week of Fortnite where there's evil chickens that chase you around.
That's true.
Ugh, dicks. I hate them. I'm so glad. I think I'm done with them, but who knows what horrors will lie in front of me now.
I'm gonna sneak up on you again in like 3 weeks. Like,
Yeah,
son of a bitch!
I fought some swamp lizards tonight. All right, let's talk about the movie.
Oh, we're gonna talk about the movie, you guys. Man, you guys.
Was it a movie?
I sure did enjoy that Batman.
Yeah.
The Batman's really fucking good.
And my glowing review of it will always begin with that 3 hours moves.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Doesn't
was
feel like it
thinking
at all.
Everything else, whatever. But that was my biggest concern. I was like, I don't want to see a fucking 3-hour Batman origin movie.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking with
And
Nine,
it wasn't.
like, before. I was like, I don't think this is going to be an origin.
Yeah. It's
I don't
fucking
trust them anymore to not tell me his origin, though. You know?
Yes, exactly. Like, I mean, I cannot believe that in 3 hours they did not show me those goddamn pearls falling in slow motion.
We didn't
I can't
see the
believe they
pearls
resisted the urge
once.
to do it.
To be
Incredible.
fair, though,
He didn't want to. He had no desire of doing
But
of even
good.
touching that.
the Wayne's murder figures into the plot, so it's
It
not
does,
like
but
it's
that's
not
fine.
there.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I love, obviously, spoilers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
total
that
spoilers.
Martha is an Arkham, and they
That
say
was
it.
cool.
It gave me vibes of Flashpoint Batman, where
Yep.
Bruce dies and Thomas becomes Batman and Martha becomes the Joker. And obviously the Arkham stuff sets up Court of Owls that, these
Fuck
families.
yeah! Oh, they're going way back.
These families
Yeah.
have been running shit for forever. And Pattinson wants to do Court of Owls.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down for that.
He's
Yeah,
in.
that'll
Him
be
and Matt
good.
Reeves are on the same wavelength on what's going on.
Just the fucking just like the look of it too, man. Like the opening shots when it just shows Gotham, and it just looks like Gotham. I'm like, oh boy, we're
Yeah.
in for something here.
It's
Yeah.
just
Because
gross.
this is what Gotham looks like.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Holy shit.
It might be the best Gotham we've seen in live action.
Yeah, I would say so.
And of course, this would be the Twilight Batman would be the first Batman to keep a journal, but the journal was
Oh, the journal
fucking
is so good.
perfect.
That
Where
made
it's
me
like-
so happy.
They told so much of the story in a quick 2, 3, 4 minute journal entry. You understood we're in year 2, so we're not getting an origin. And then he's just explaining the city and how things have been working and his mindset over the past few years of being Batman.
One of my favorite kind of it being year 2 bits is like there's not a lot of Bruce Wayne in the movie
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
at this point he doesn't give a fuck about Bruce Wayne. Like he
Nope.
doesn't give a fuck about anything about Wayne Enterprises, doesn't give half a shit about Bruce Wayne. And it's not until and I feel like the events of the movie and then the ending in particular is what sets up like his desire and like the need for his Bruce Wayne persona as a
Right. He
philanthropist.
sees how
and
important
as this.
Bruce Wayne can be during the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, very, very, very cool. And that's another thing that they never really showed us in a movie. Just like, remember that one scene in The Dark Knight where like Alfred and Bruce are like reconstructing ballistic and shit like that on a bullet, whatever, and you're like, oh shit, look, they're doing Batman stuff. And like, oh, look at that, they did a Batman thing. The whole fucking movie's Batman shit.
Yeah.
Like, the whole movie, like it's wall to wall Batman shit. It's
Those
so fucking great.
contact lenses get me a
Those
set.
are cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just those little things that's like they got it right. They know what the
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
it's funny how these things are always better when the people making them give a shit.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
Jose, you dropped out for a little bit.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're
Yep.
back.
Okay.
Can you hear Lee?
What's up, Jose?
Oh no.
Oh.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey.
Can you hear Lee?
Fucking yeah.
Okay. All right.
He's back,
Can you guys
baby.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can.
Fucking Jesus. Get your shit together, fantastic. They shot the scene where he came into the Riddler crime scene for the first time.
That was the first scene that they
That
shot.
was the
yeah.
first scene that they shot.
Really?
cool.
That's cool.
That's
So-
really cool.
And he felt
like,
that like
Those
What?
reactions from all the cops were like genuine then. in
yeah,
that case.
yeah, that was the first time like everyone saw him. And he said he wanted to play it like very embarrassed almost because he's dressed as a bat in front of these grown ass cops when he's supposed to be in the shadows. He's not supposed to be
Right.
this exposed and just walking around people like, "Hey, I'm Batman, excuse me." So he played it very like
Like everyone's
almost-
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
yeah, and it came off fucking perfect. But that scene, you have Gordon walk him into the crime scene. That's all the explanation you need on their backstory is that they have worked together long enough
Right.
over the past 2 years where they trust each other. And him vouching for him right there says everything moving forward. And you don't need to show them meeting for the first time. And hi, I'm Gordon.
Gordon
And
looks
this movie finally gets that Batman's a weirdo.
Right. Yeah.
Like he's weird. He's a weird dude. Because like every other movie, you go, oh, it's Bruce Wayne. It's like, oh yeah, Bruce Wayne. He's just a regular rich person, whatever. But like Bruce Wayne is reclusive and weird, and the awkwardness comes through, and it's like, yes, this is who Bruce Wayne is. That was
he
perfect.
has to build the public Bruce Wayne to be
Yeah.
that guy. But like the real Bruce Wayne is like like I don't. What was it? They were like, hey, we had some accountants come to the house because you won't fucking go anywhere when the
Yeah.
sun's up.
Yeah.
You know?
Brilliant. And
Because like
they-
I always thought in like the Dark Knight trilogy that he was just a little too close to American Psycho for my liking.
Oh, when he's doing his Bruce Wayne stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes. I can see that.
They wake up
Man.
and Bruce Wayne is just an illusory. Something
So
that you
fucking
can
great.
touch and bang if you're a supermodel. But I'm just not there.
Oh, and like when the Batman reveal when there's that he's breaking up that mugging on the subway, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that killer theme, and like in
Yes.
the
Yeah.
it almost sounds like a cowboy coming out of a western as his boots are clopping. You're like, oh fuck, man, come on.
I've been rocking that soundtrack for 2 weeks before the movie came
the
out.
themes are
So
very
good.
good.
Yeah.
And what was cool was like early on in the film, he's a dude who is angry and is like, I don't give a fuck if I die doing this. And you see that change
Yeah.
in like, this isn't working. Like, he says in the journal in the beginning, I've been doing this for 2 years. I don't feel like I've made a dent in the crime, but he's just been going around beating the fuck out of people and like just worrying about scaring criminals. Not so much like the city doesn't need a crazy dude going around beating people up. And you see that in him because all the other Batmans, like, it's like they already expected that from everybody.
Yeah.
Not, oh, I need to be that for them so they can have hope.
It was both an incredibly bleak and incredibly hopeful movie.
Mm.
Yeah. No, and I was kind of skeptical when people were talking about like Riddler pulling some Jigsaw type shit, but you know what? It fucking rocked.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
Like,
Yeah. No, it worked perfectly.
some Jigsaw
oh.
shit, some fight or some Seven shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some Joker
the
video montage.
The scene where after Riddler got locked up and they're in Arkham, and like he's about to shit his pants because he thinks Riddler knows he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And then he's like, almost got him. And then, like you could just see him relax. It's like,
the complete shift.
thank God.
And then he just starts shit talking to him. Oh, you're fucking dumb. You're playing stupid. You're not gonna. This ain't gonna work, man. Fuck you, Riddler. You call yourself a Riddler? I cracked everything. You fucking suck.
Yeah. Well, like me and my friends were talking after we saw it, where it's like Riddler could have easily figured out that Bruce Wayne was Batman, but he hates Bruce Wayne so much he could never see him as his new good friend Batman.
Yeah. Anything but a spoiled brat. There's no way he has more depth than being a spoiled brat.
Yeah, like the thought has never even crossed his mind because it's not
just
possible
standing up there in his
brain.
tower, not giving a fuck about nothing.
Yep. I love that there was no big fight against Riddler because he would have just killed him. Like it would have just been over instantly.
Yeah, he just has like a fucking murder boner when he sees him at the coffee shop.
Yeah, and instead then we got Batman beating shit out of an army of incels, and that was exactly what we need in this time.
Fucking Reddit users.
Yeah.
The fight scenes were great.
Oh, the fights were incredible. That muzzle flash scene.
Yes.
Is
so fucking cool.
Amazing. And now knowing that was all practical makes it even more incredible.
So it was like a combination of 3 shots. I think each muzzle flash is its own cut. Because they said, he's like, so I went real deep dive, and I'm fucking, because I stayed away from everything. Now I want everything.
Give it to me.
I'm looking at all the videos. I want to hear everything Matt Reeves has to say about this fucking movie.
Jose is like, I'm vengeance.
He thought that they would have to do it CG. And the guy's like, no, I think we can pull this off. Like, as much as they could pull off real, like he really jumped a car through a fucking fireball. That was real. He's like, there's so much in this that people are going to think we CG'd that we made sure was real. And there's going to be so much.
Is insane.
Yeah. There's going to be so much that is CG you're not going to realize. But half the thing he was worried about was some of the cool shit people not understanding. No, we really did this. So when they were talking about the muzzle flash scene, because he said the inspiration was the Planet of the Apes scene where he goes in and has the fight in like the dark tunnel, and all you see is the gun flashes. But that was all done CG.
Yeah.
So they were talking about, well, can we do something like this? And the guy's like, no, I think we can do it for real. So it's like 3 cuts. And pretty much, I think each muzzle flash was lit with the muzzle flash, and the scene was shot that way. And then pieced together where it just looks like one consistent, just him fucking everybody up.
That's so fucking cool.
I got so hard for that movie.
The first time he rolled up to the club, he's like, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
The guy's like, yeah, okay. And then he just beats the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. Dude, when he's fucking walking through, that was like John Wick. That John Wick scene where he's going through the club. Just the lighting was beautiful. Oh my God. Oh, one other
The suit's incredible. Talking about suits, man. Like the credits roll, and they're going through all the people. It's like, and it was Colin Farrell, and my dad is like, who the hell was Colin Farrell? Like, oh yeah, the fucking Penguin.
Yeah,
an unrecognizable Colin Farrell plays the Penguin, and it's amazing.
Every legacy Batman character in this movie is a top 3 portrayal. Easy. Yep. Penguin, Catwoman, Riddler, Batman, Gordon.
Yeah. Everybody.
Oh, the Gordon bit when Batman wakes up and he's trying to be all those cops or whatever, and Gordon's like, "Give me the room. I'll get him to cooperate." And he leans in like all mean-faced, like the mean mug, and he's like,
"Yeah,
you gotta go out that door over there and take this key.
Get the fuck out of here, bro."
Yeah.
It was almost Macho Man-y.
Yeah, right.
They took another the Slaver's mouth.
Like,
He said, "You
but
gotta
everyone
get
outside
out
the
of
window,
here,
outside the door is like, "Give him hell, Jim."
Yeah. You fucking, ooh, you see that? He pushed him. You tell that fucking freak.
Whenever Batman told Jim Gordon that a cop was dirty, Jim Gordon's like, no. That guy?
Yeah.
No,
No,
not him
the guy
too.
What, the guy that goes to work in a Ferrari?
Oh, he's like, "That guy's moonlighting for Penguin." He goes, "No, he's moonlighting as a cop."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like in the beginning when he's writing his diary, and he's like, they think I'm lurking in the shadows, but I am the shadows. There's some good shit. There's some good shit. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I had a smile on my face for almost that whole movie. Like ear
I
to
love
ear,
when he
fucking grin.
I love when he pops off the bat emblem and it's like, the proto batarang, like he cuts some shit and he puts it back on. That's
Yeah, he pretty much that was the equivalent of opening mail. And it was the coolest fucking thing you've ever seen with a batarang.
Speaking of the bat signal on his chest, Batman hates it when you shoot him in the chest. You're just pissing him off.
He was so pissed.
Every time he got shot in the chest, he would pummel the guy.
So fucking great.
Fucking
I like that.
hurts.
And like lots of little things too, like when he's trying to call Alfred or whatever, because there's a Riddler package going to the tower or whatever. There's like the Shakespeare bust over on the left, and like when Falcone is fighting with Catwoman towards the end, and she claws his face just like in the Long Halloween. Like it's little shit like that. They're like, oh, they're not waving it all in your face. It's just kind of like little small Easter eggy things. Like if you're watching, but it's not like you're gonna miss something if you don't see them. Like very, very cool.
I was still a little bit halfway through the movie expecting like just all kinds of villains to come out. I was for sure they were doing Long Halloween, which they kind of did in a way.
Yeah, like instead of Holiday Kill, they were just a Riddler bumping people off. It's very Long Halloween that way. Yeah.
This movie feels to me as if Brian Azzarello's Batman and the Arkham games fucked and just dropped out the most beautiful baby.
Yeah, because they credited Azzarello in the credits.
Oh, that's cool.
And what we got a glimpse of that other Arkham inmate looks very Azzarello Joker.
Who was the actor? Because I didn't recognize him.
It's the fucking
Eternals dude.
Yeah, the weirdo from Eternals that looks like
Dry Ezra Miller.
Oh,
yes.
really?
Yes, Dry Ezra Miller.
Interesting.
He's a weirdo. He looks like a weirdo.
Which when I heard the voice, I thought I recognized the voice, but that is not who I thought that voice belonged to when I heard it.
I also like that though too, because the implication is there that even though he might not necessarily be the Joker yet, he's already at least had one run in with Batman. It's
okay,
fucking Arkham,
So part 2 to that, another thing going in and learning, they shot more scenes with the Joker. He was supposed to go talk to him like a fucking Silence of the Lambs thing, where he's trying to understand the Riddler. He's trying to understand the mind of a killer. So he visits a villain. He's in Arkham because of Batman. They have run into each other multiple times over the first 2 years. And that was supposed to have been shown in that scene. Like, these two have history. They know each other, but they have a relationship where he thinks he can go to him and try to figure out the Riddler. They cut that scene, but that scene led up to when you saw him at the end. But I guess they felt it was more oomph there. Because the original movie is like 3 hours, 30 minutes.
Yeah, they cut the scene because they thought the movie might get too long.
Give me that. Give me the 3 hour, 30-minute cut.
Release the Reeves cut.
Yeah, after that Snyder cut hitting HBO Max, like it'll probably hit HBO Max.
But I think there's, honestly, and I'm not trying to just shit on Snyder's DC movies or whatever. But, like, the fact that he had the wherewithal to cut that sequence shows he's a better filmmaker. Like,
Oh, 100%.
you don't need it. We can, do a little smoke at the end. Let's fucking get back to this impossibly well-paced 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that it actually flows like it does.
It moves
remember
so
that
well that he's still trying to figure out the first murder when another murder happens. Like, they're stacking up.
Fuck. Oh, the thumb drive bit was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Oh.
See,
That
and
was
that's-
great.
So when they found the car, what the music kind of sounded like was Dancing in the Rain, like the beginning of Dancing in the Rain when they showed the knife in the tire. And then when it was a thumb drive and it was a joke, I was like, oh, Joker's in on it. They got jokes. Joker, like, that's Joker's clue. And that, Long Halloween, this shit's happening. But
Right.
it was just Riddler being funny. Thumb drive.
But hey, kind of on that same note, like, not a lot of jokes. Like, it's not, they don't do the yucks in here like they do with a lot of other pictures. It's just, but it's also not so, it's not overbearingly dour either.
No, because
Yeah.
there are funny parts. Like, I saw people
Sure,
saying there's
yeah.
no levity to this movie, and I'm like, that's not true at all.
Yeah, you're watching the wrong movie, buddy.
Yeah, because there's some, like, it's not them just being, like, outright, like, haha, look at these jokes. It's just, like,
Exactly.
there's funny shit that happens in life. Like, that's just how it is.
Like Catwoman constantly being spooked by Batman.
Yeah. Turn around with their little kitty paws.
Can we talk about the part in the movie that upset me the most?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
It was when they were in the kitchen and Catwoman's fridge door is just open and she's just leaving it open and never closes it, and she's drinking milk, and I'm like, Catwoman, that's gone bad. That's been in your fridge. Who knows how long that door's been open, because you're not closing it. What are you doing?
Maybe she felt that it was still cold.
She sniffed it.
I don't know.
Smelled like good milk to me.
I like when Alfred wakes up in the hospital. I feel like, didn't get blown up all the way, and he wakes up and he opens his eyes, and the first fucking thing Bruce says is like, "You fucking lied to me."
Yeah.
like not hello. Not
Just straight fucking yelled at him. What did you lie to me, asshole?
I've been waiting here for a day and a half just to roast your ass.
Yeah. But what was cool was, like, they made Alfred felt more like he was ex-Marine hired to protect the Waynes, disguised as a butler.
Yep.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
he was the family butler. So
Right.
he did not have that father figure role with Bruce like they've given some of the other Alfreds, where, they're close. So he's still kind of like, fuck you, you're not my dad. But that's when he was cool with dying. He was pushing everything away, so he died with no attachments. But then when he realized when they were in jeopardy because of the connection to him, like, these people actually mean something to me.
Oh my God.
But fuck you, you still lied to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think that was like, he didn't know how to say sorry. And then he was like, I thought I conquered all my fears. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not afraid to die. I'm cool with that. But, like, the thought of going through the same emotions I went through losing my parents again, I thought I was done with that. But here I am looking at this little kid who I think may become Robin if they kill the mom. The mayor's kid.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
Is
Yeah,
like,
nah, I
that
think you
shook
gotta
him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But that kid's too young, even when
Right.
a couple years
A
later,
li-
whatever.
a little
but-
bit. And then if they don't
But
kill
I-
the mom, now it's just a weird guy hanging out with some lady's son.
But I do think that I would very much like to see this Batman with a Robin more than I would any other ones.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Christian Bale's Batman doesn't get a Robin. I don't give a fuck. But I think this Batman with a Robin would be really, really interesting.
Yeah, I said in our group chat, and I said on Twitter, this is the movie everyone thinks the Nolan movies are.
Okay. We don't need to slander the Nolan movies because we liked the Batman.
I get what you're saying, though, but at the time, that was all we had.
Yeah.
Like, it was the closest. We would definitely not have this movie if it wasn't for Nolan.
And also consider just, it's all we had, 2005, 2008. That was right at the beginning of this whole new era of comic book movie.
Shift. He was the shift.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely was, for sure. But
this is like the definitive movie take of Batman.
Yes. There's never been a closer Batman doing Batman feel like I just read Batman than this Batman.
Yeah, that was the great thing about the diary and the voiceover is, sure, a lot of movies use voiceover, but, it's the comic book aspect of it. The fucking, thought bubbles, whatever.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
The inside things we read that isn't said out loud, but it makes sense because you're reading it. It's a comic. It was there.
I would go watch this shit again right now.
We're already making plans.
Loved it.
IMAX, baby.
Ooh, there you go.
IMAX. I'll tell you what are you guys doing the 19th? Fucking IMAX 19th. And I hope it is fucking a box office smash because it deserves the money recognition to put it up there with being the movie that it is so that it can be appreciated, not just, it came out and people like it. And I do appreciate the critics supporting it, not just, because it's one thing if like the critics are all like, and it's just the fans like the Snyderverse crying that, oh, this is genius. Like, let's all recognize it's genius.
Man, I said it in our group chat and I'll say it here. I really do hate. I hate that Ben Affleck didn't get a chance to make a good Batman movie. Because I like Ben Affleck. I think that he could have done something really cool as like, the aged Batman. But like
for sure.
Not now.
The wheels came off.
They just put him in some bullshit.
I do think he'll get his chance because, Michael Keaton's coming back at this point. So give Affleck another 10, 15 years and they'll bring him back and let him do a Batman movie. Then he'll be real aged.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down.
Yeah, but for now, toss him in the garbage. We don't need him.
I think if you're an actor and you sign up for a superhero role, you're counting on that nostalgia run as well.
That later
now you can, yeah. Might as well.
Like, I'm going to be able to make money off of this for the rest of my life.
Matt Reeves was originally supposed to direct Ben Affleck's Batman. But there is no way you pull off this story with this depth with that Batman.
No.
In that world.
No. Fuck, man. Remember when they dyed Joe Manganiello's hair and made him a Deathstroke suit and all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, nah. Like, no, we take it back.
He got to come back.
I dropped it right before the show. There was a Joe Blow article, and the headline was Warner Brothers executive says DC Films will prioritize quality over teasing other movies.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, okay, but what did he really say? And like, that's kind of the gist of the quote. He's like, look, we're just going to make good movies. We're going to make quality movies and not do as much of the bullshit we've been doing. It's basically what he said. And then the guy that wrote the article is like, it's kind of amazing to hear an executive saying what the fuck he just said. Because he's right. That's what they should do.
Well, that's good. I mean, this is a great fucking start.
It's not like there's another company doing exactly what you're trying to do and crushing it. Actually, hurts the most.
That's kind of why I like those Deadpool movies. Because, like, the Deadpool movies existed in a world where, like, okay, everybody has a base level understanding at this point of what an X-Man is. There've been fucking 8 X-Men movies. You can just tell that. And like Logan was the same way. Like we all know who Wolverine is, so you can just make Logan. You know, like you don't have to. I mean, you can just do that because we get the point. Like we all fucking know what a Batman is. So just tell me this kick-ass Batman story.
And they did. They said, you know what? We'll not only tell you a kick-ass Batman story, check this shit out.
Tell Nicole, I'm like, yeah, it was long, but like you'd fucking love it. And she's like, should we take Jax? I said, fuck no. Nope. You should definitely not. Children should not watch this. Definitely not.
I don't know, man. I watched a lot of questionable shit when I was a kid.
Yeah, so did I. But he doesn't have the stomach for it. He does not. Like we watched.
That's different.
We watched the trailer for that No Exit movie I was talking about earlier. And like the music was scary. He's like, turn it off, turn it off. I was like, motherfucker, get out of my office. if you don't like what's on, kick rocks. I'll let you know when it's done.
I don't remember inviting you, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think if anything, the
the
Riddler would probably scare the shit out of him.
Yeah. Oh, he
Or inspire him.
to this.
Yeah.
He to this day talks about watching Thanos kick the shit out of the Hulk at the beginning of Infinity War, because we watched the Guardians movies, and he fucking loved them. And I'm like, well, hey man, we should fire up. We'll do the Avengers movies too, because the Guardians are a big part of those movies. And he's like, I'm like, well, why not? He goes, Thanos, the Hulk, and there's like the punching like in his hand. Like, go, are you serious? You saw that? Okay, all right. I guess later. He's like, I'm not doing that. Okay.
Not putting myself through that again. That was rough to watch.
Yeah, the one time we tried to watch that, we did not even make it out of Thor's spaceship. We was like, fuck this. Take me out of here. Like, all right, man.
Just start it with the Guardians scene.
Right? We'll do the Mahoney cut. It's all the Guardians parts. Too funny.
Don't show them the end either.
Yeah. Fucking Trump Titan forever. Watch Groot dust away. I don't know. Oh man. Boy, the Batman sure was good, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm really happy. And you know what I was so happy about? That the fucking Flash didn't show up. I was so worried they're going to ruin that movie by having fucking wet-ass Flash show up at the end.
No, you can't. Like, this needs to just be Gotham.
Yeah, you can't tie this into any other shit. Just leave it on its own.
So, what I'm thinking is, you had the Riddler flood the city.
Right.
There's Falcone is gone. So now there's going to be a big power grab.
Yep.
You come with the Penguin show, which Matt Reeves has pretty much said he wants to do that like an American gangster type movie where it's Penguins coming up. He's going for his power grab. Then they're doing the Arkham Show. So with the Arkham Show, if you do 6 episodes and give each villain an episode and introduce a villain with an hour-long backstory where you have 5 to 10 minutes of show in real time that connects them all in Arkham, and that ends with an Arkham breakout by the Joker. So now you have the second movie pick up like the Arkham game, where he knows now he needs to be more. Bruce Wayne needs to have a positive contribution to this city as Bruce Wayne. They need to see him and see that his family fucked up. I'm going to unfuck that. And then as Batman, it's him reining the town in now that you got all this madness. And some of the power grabs have been solidified, and now certain people have been like, this is our gang now. These are our territories.
I love it. Let's go make it. Let's watch it tomorrow.
Whatever the fuck they're doing, let's get it.
I take it back when I said this is a good start as far as DC prioritizing quality over teasing other movies, but The Suicide Squad was great. Peacemaker was amazing.
Yes.
I still love Birds of Prey. Was
Birds
there?
of Prey's a ton of fun.
That was a lot of fun. But still had that, like, we still don't know what the fuck we're doing because it's almost like they retconned the Joker. So, like...
But, you know, it's the same thing. You know, the people that made those movies fucking like those characters and give a shit, so that's why they're the fun ones. Like, that's all it really takes. Like, I cannot wait for this fucking Doctor Strange because Sam Raimi's died in the fucking wool, nerd. So it's gonna be great. Can't wait.
Oh man, I have sad news to report.
Oh no.
Oh, what is this sad
Sam
news?
Raimi's not directing it anymore?
Charles Enterman died.
Oh man.
Of Entenmann's Chocolates?
He made the man who made the Entenmann's bakery stuff. He was 92.
Delicious. Those delicious.
Oh, well, he lived a good one.
frozen eclairs.
Yeah.
At night,
Those-
anyone who goes in their 90s, you've lived a good one.
Those double chocolate donuts.
Oh man, I want some.
my
I
God.
want to just pound a box of those right now.
Like 2-for-1 coffee cakes are great.
Yes.
Pour one out for Bobby Enneman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Charles.
Oh, I didn't mention one of my favorite Jose nicknames from wrestling is it was during one of the dark tapings and they had Chaos Project come out, which is Serpentico and the original
Deathmatch
Death Dealer
legend.
Luther.
Yeah.
Deathmatch legend Luther.
Yeah.
Yeah. International Deathmatch legend. The
Jose dubbed Luther Sloth and Serpentico was Johnny Nazgul.
Yeah.
I like it.
It got me so good.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, fucking Johnny Nazgul. And I do love God damn it. What's his fucking name? Sammy's use of the two belts. I love that move.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fucking Sammy Two Belts is great.
Why not?
I mean, he's not lying. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah, and both them bitches.
I want
All
these
right.
belts.
Let's fucking call it. I'm
Ooh,
exhausted.
ooh.
About your week.
Wanna watch
Ooh,
Batman
I
again.
thought one more thing. Comics.
please.
Real fast.
Okay.
Lee,
Oh, yeah.
did you read Batman the Imposter?
No.
You should get that. It's a
Okay.
recent 3-issue Black
yeah, I
Label
saw it
miniseries.
was a thing. Yeah.
It's written by I'm gonna butcher his name. I think Mattson Tomlin. He worked on the script for the Batman,
Oh.
and
okay.
it very much feels like it could be vaguely in continuity.
That's interesting.
Like
Alright.
the suit looks pretty much the same. It's a story where Batman has an imposter show up who's killing people, so he has to solve that mystery. While also Bruce Wayne starts a relationship with a detective who then kind of has to chase down Batman because she doesn't know there's actually an imposter.
Oh, and Andrea Sorrentino doing the artwork too.
Yeah,
So I bet it
it's
looks
really
great.
good. Yeah, highly
Well,
recommend.
all right.
Especially
I will-
after the Batman.
Well, I'll have some time on my hands this weekend, so I'm gonna read all kinds of stories, you guys.
Nice.
And General Hospital Annual 3 just came out.
Oh
Don't
man,
tease the boy.
on
Don't
General
tease the boy.
Hospital. Joss and Cam had the sex tape come out, and they were
What?
not happy. Well, because they didn't make it. Someone filmed them and spread it through the college campus.
That shit is so not cool, Kelly.
It's not.
It's a real bummer.
Yeah.
What a real knucklehead move.
Yep.
All right. Let's fucking call it. Early night, but I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I could sit here talking about Batman for fucking ever. Because turns out I could just like talking about Batman. So-
Yeah, but this is
Who would've
really,
thought?
really good Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some A-level Batman.
Like-
Mahoney, what do you think of the movie?
Well, Kelly,
I watched it in 8-second segments on TikTok.
you see, it's not on Stars. But it will be on HBO Max in April, so.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And then
But
still
can
in
I
IMAX.
wait until April to see it?
I want
Yeah,
to
that's kind of what I'm thinking.
get one of those Batman calzone pizzas from Little Caesars and go see it
Yeah.
in IMAX.
Sorry, I just got distracted thinking about calzone pizzas and watching Batman. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
good
They
call.
had a Pizza Hut. They were selling Pizza Hut pizza at our theater. Little pan pizzas.
Man, I was so confused by that picture Jose sent us of you guys in the theater because I thought I was looking at someone holding a pizza while Jose was driving the car. But it turned out to just be someone on the movie theater screen that looked like Jose driving a car.
Fucking love it.
It was a throwback to when Jose carried an entire pizza into the movie theater to see Iron Man 3 the night before my wedding.
Sure did. Damn sure did.
Pizza's great.
So, yeah. Pizza's great. Batman's great. Go watch Batman. Bring a pizza. Bring a friend. Bring a pizza friend. Bring a pizza for your friend.
Eiffel
Come
Tower,
up,
that
Batman right in the diary.
pizza
Fucking great.
pussy.
Fuck yeah. Put that in the intro. All right. We'll be back next week doing some other nonsense. God, Batman was so good.
We'll just talk about Batman for another 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have some shit to talk about next week. It's going to be something real special.
Oh.
It might end up being a very special episode of the podcast. It might be all we talk about, depending on how this weekend goes. We'll see. Yeah, but so for Jason Nyes, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and our good buddy Mahoney somewhere watching stars in a shower, I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. We'll chat to you guys next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.